I think our opponents, that is DOD, they did a very good assignment on us. They took advantage of our weak link in defense, the fullbacks, in terms of speed. So everything just didn't go well on our side regarding that, in that department. Yes.
And talking about defense coach, we saw Moruti Tamani coming for training on Friday, but we saw him on Saturday. Is it because there's lack of quality in our defense, or is there any reason behind it?
Yes, there is. He's been one of our best defenders. That's why we've been winning in terms of defensive qualities that he has. And that match needed a leader like him, a player who's been doing quite well for us as a technical department. So he deserved to be in the team.
And maybe just involving Red Prisoner in that conversation of the defense. Maybe, like we've been saying, there was a lapse of concentration or lapse in the defense during that game. Maybe in your next meeting with the coach or as a technical team, are you going to be looking at a switchable possibilities of maybe adding numbers in the defense?
As in signing players? We haven't sat down and talked about January yet, and what possibilities we might have, what the technical team are thinking, and I haven't even asked the question of whether I've got any budget left as well. So it all come down to what the technical team where they think they need to strengthen, and what we can do within any budget we might have. So we've not had that conversation yet, so I don't know. I honestly don't know what they're thinking in terms of signing players, if any at all.
Maybe just going into attacking coach, we saw the absence of Tabiso Brown. Maybe one would say it was really felt, his absence in the field. Would you say his absence maybe somehow dealt or tempered with your plans going to the game?
Yes, I would say, yeah, his absence, we felt it, because as a team in terms of attacking department, he's a top goal scorer in the league, if I'm not mistaken. And for the type of the game that we're playing, we're not just playing an ordinary team. We're playing the defending champions. They have quality in their team. It was obvious. So his presence, I think, would have made a difference. But at the same time, I don't want to take anything away from our guys who played. We created a lot of goal-scoring opportunities. It's just that on the day, it wasn't their day or our day. But also, we want to give credit to Diodi, because they done their assignment. You could see it was a different Diodi from the other games that they've played, because they had given us respect. So it's just that on the day, I think things didn't really go our way. Yeah.
And maybe talking of conceding early, it has been an issue in the past games. Say against Bantu, considered a penalty, although it wasn't scored. Against LCS, considering the early stages, and also on Saturday again. Do you think maybe it's due to your players not switching on to the game on time?
Yeah, there are factors. One, I would say, when we play the so-called big games or big teams, it has shown to our guys that they're still behind in terms of big temperamental games, So that's one of the things I think that we need to share with them. We need to sit down and, because we have worked on it. But I thought this time around, after 10 matches, you know. Now they have adapted, you know, to the kind of situations, but it looks like we still need to work hard on that aspect.
And we saw Solomon coming in and changing the game. Are we to see them starting the game the next game?
We'll see about that. But what is happening is we are happy with everything. When you have a team, we're always talking about depth. It has shown that we do have depth, and every time we bring in those substitutes, they made a difference in our team. And at the same time, we're still going to work on the preparations for the forthcoming match, and we'll see how we work it out. And I think to add into that, this is the second loss of the season after 10 matches. I see people are now start pressing panic buttons, and we lost to the best team in the country. So there are very good aspects out there that we took out of the game, you know. And as a small growing team, like I always maintain, we are still there in the mix in terms of competing. So I think people should just calm down, give the support, give credit where it's due to the players, and everything will come up right.
And maybe in the degrees, from results like these ones, as a growing team with maybe players who are still gaining experience, it tends to affect them maybe psychologically or mentally. It has been happening in the past games where we see that the Chaka coming here to prepare our guys psychologically. Are we likely to see such things happening before maybe such sessions being held before the next game to prepare our players?
It's one for the coach. That comes under the technical team. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's in our program. That's why you've seen him coming in. He has done a good job, but he had to start somewhere first. So there are other things that he's been working with them. So this one that you're talking about in terms of mental preparedness for the games, yes, it's the one that we've got to prioritize, you know, because we are saying we're always looking forward to playing the big guns in the league, because that's the only way for us to grow, you know. Yeah, so I think Ndade Chaka will definitely come in and work with the guys, the players.
And maybe just moving forward, we're facing or hosting LDF on Sunday. I mean, they've been doing well in the past games. They've won 4 games in a row. And maybe one would say they are those kind of players who are physically fit. Any special approach to the game?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough encounter, and I think we have done well against them before. Yes, at the same time, it's going to be a different ball game. But I think that our team is ready for LDF. You know, like I've just said, those are the kind of games that we cherish, we look forward to playing, and I still believe our players would have an edge over them. We do have an edge over them. Yes.
Maybe just challenging me a little bit. 3 games to go before the end of the first round. How many points are you hoping to collect?
I wouldn't like to talk much about the points, but what we're going to do is just to encourage the players to do what they've been doing before, enjoying the games, you know, going for goals, and everyone, each department doing its job, and I believe that will do well. Yes.
And Chris, we have seen incidents happening in our football these past weeks. And coming to this weekend's game, what would you say to our supporters regarding our game?
I'd say the same as what I put in the notes that go out in the magazine at the weekend, that come along and enjoy the game, support the team. But remember, the reason you're there is to do just that, and not to get involved in, in anything that's unnecessary that we don't want to see coming into our game. I know referees being talked about as being the reason, but whether you agree with referees' decisions or not as part of football, and is no excuse for violence. So yeah, we, again, as always with our supporters, and I thought they were great and very supportive at the weekend when things weren't going well, which is what we're happy with that, and we just hope they come and do the same thing this weekend and every weekend.
And maybe as we wrap up, anything that you would love to share?
No, I think it's just the incidents that have been recently happening in our game. It's a main concern, and would really like to see stopping. People going to the games in numbers to enjoy and supporting their teams, and the players also respecting each other, respecting the laws of the game. The referees also coming on board. We need each other, in this sport. So I think that's the thing, that we wish everything could just be dealt with accordingly, and everything should come to a stop.
I think you said it all then.
All right. Thanks for your time, and let's hope for better than a thing.
Yeah.